Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name's Sean. If you've never been here before, we are an Amazon FBA community and we're building lots of cool things for Amazon sellers, but we're also here to talk about business and help you grow yours. We want to document our journey every step of the way, showing you what we're doing to grow and scale, and we want to give advice to you every step of the way to help you grow your Amazon businesses. To kick things off, I want to tell you about how lucky we were recently to have a podcast guest called Jim from the FSB. That's the Federation of Small Businesses. I really tried hard to get a podcast with these guys. Most people I speak to have never heard of the FSB, so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about who they are and what they do. And Jim was kind enough to come on and give incredible advice in this podcast. To give you a bit of backstory into Jim has exited 2 companies for 7 and 8 figures. Incredible. It was very exciting to talk to him, very good to get his insight. And whilst you're thinking, what's that got to do with Amazon if he's not in the Amazon niche? When you get to a certain level, business talk is business talk. So it's really valuable to network and talk to people outside of your niche, because I promise you, you will learn a lot. So who's the FSB? Well, on my screen, I'm going to put a list of their main features here. FSB is an incredible non-profit organization, incredibly low yearly subscription cost. I say subscription, as I say, it's a non-profit. It's £195 a year, but the amount of features you get with that is insane. You get up to £100,000 a year legal cover if you ever need it. If you ever get audited by HMRC, they actually take over the case and they do it for you. Even if you keep everything above board and you do everything legally, it's still mad stressful to go through that. So incredible value for the price you pay. So Jim is our contact for the FSB. He gave really great advice in the podcast. He is going to be the point of contact for our community. So we're going to have a section in the Discord community, or by the time this is released, the section will actually be in there. Now, the FSB is £195 a year. If you sign up in June, it's £165 a year. And if you sign up through us, Jim will be your point of contact when you sign up to the FSB. Crazy good value. Imagine how valuable it is to have someone in your network who's exited 7 and 8 figure businesses. Jim's actually trying really hard to be the highest ranking FSB mentor, coach, guide, whatever you want to call them. He's trying very hard to be the highest rank. So in our community members, come on, let's help him out. Let's get him in there. Now, full transparency, we do get a tiny kickback from this, but it is tiny. We're not pushing it to try and make 20 quid here or there from each person. We are pushing it because we only want to give you guys real value in your business. The more successful we can help you become by giving good actual advice that you can use, the more successful we will be as a business. So definitely worth checking out. And remember, if you sign up through us, you get Jim as your point of contact only through us. I used the FSB in my original business with Amazon because we needed legal and tax advice, and they were able to help every step of the way. They also have like a learning platform that's very similar to LinkedIn Learning or Udemy, something like that. But again, there are so many case studies of people using the FSB not realizing they have loads of stuff in their subscription. And Jim in the podcast actually talked about someone who thought they were going to go bankrupt and be in crazy debt, and the FSB ended up fighting the government for them. They got them a refund. So crazy valuable, definitely worth checking out and definitely worth applying to your business. Now let's talk about Seller Smart and the updates we have for you. I'm happy to say by the time this video is released, we'll have started the app in a closed alpha group. That's a small group of people that we know and trust, so we can test it, and then we'll do that for 30 days and we will release it to a wider audience in a beta. We're very excited for this. We talk about this all the time, but honestly, every single person we've shown what we've built to loves it and is losing their mind. So as you can imagine, we're eager to get that out. We're eager for you guys to see it. And what would really help us actually is if you say in the comments, what are the pain points in your Amazon stores that you need the most help with? If we know what you're struggling with, maybe we can help design the system to overcome that as an issue. On my screen right now, you're going to see a little bit of a sneak peek to the app. We're not going to show you everything, but here's a few of the key features that we're releasing. Over time, we're going to be slowly showing you what we're actually releasing on the web app. Today, I'm just going to show you our integration with Quigita. You can get £120 off your first order if you sign up through our link, and on our web app you'll be able to get leads for you to buy with verified wholesale suppliers that will get you ungated on Amazon, and you can start doing wholesale. So as you can see here from my Quigita leads, I've set my filters and this is what I'm seeing. I'm not going to go through the whole list and show you, but you can see you got a total number of 805 products, 5,710 units in stock. You can check and see what you're restricted in. If I wanted to, I can change to this kind of view. It just depends on what you're after. We will add the functionality for you to be able to export this list as well. This is one of the first features we'll be releasing in our app to the beta testing group. Over the rest of the month, we're going to be showing more and more people the rest of the features and getting more people to test. We are very excited to get this to you guys. We've been working incredibly hard and we know it is going to help you in your business. Back to the video. It looks cool. It looks cool. I'll give it that. You know, we've done a good job in the UI. Cal has been working like an absolute goblin in the background, but yeah, we're very excited. A little sneak peek for you. All right, so what is the point of this video? What are the points of these videos? Well, one thing I wanted to do really eagerly is document our development journey along the way. I really want to film like a kind of behind the scenes, showing you what we're doing in our business, showing you how hard we're working to try and help you guys make more money on your Amazon businesses. And the point of this video is to give as much value as I can whilst talking transparently about the challenges we face as a business and what we're doing to overcome them. I know I mentioned that in a previous video, so you can kind of see this as like an episode 2. But yeah, we want to give you as much value in these videos as possible. Okay, so what does that mean this week? Well, for me, I'm going to be very transparent with you here, and my hope in showing you some vulnerability is that you're going to take it as inspiration and go out there and chase what you need to chase. And you'll understand what I mean in a second. So being a business owner, being a reseller, whatever you want to call it, even if it's a side hustle, you do have to get to a point where you treat this like a business. And when you start to look at a business from a higher level perspective, not just sourcing and prepping, you start to realize that everything matters. Like everything you do has an impact on the success or failure of your business. So from my perspective, what does that mean? I've always had a phobia of public speaking. This is something I've always struggled with. I love connecting with people. I love hanging with my friends. I'm quite a private person, which is ironic because I'm at the face of this business, but I've never been good with public speaking. And even in my managerial role, I used to manage a lot of people and I was like the guy in the office who everyone knew because I was telling everyone to do their jobs. I always managed to find a way to avoid public speaking. And I could talk to the entire office in certain scenarios, but then as soon as you put me on a stage and tell me to communicate in like a speech fashion, mad anxiety. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. It's because it's the fear of judgment from the social group. That's why so many people are scared of public speaking. The reason I'm telling you that is the more we improve this business, the more well-known Seller Smart starts to become, the more situations I'm getting into where I really don't have an option anymore. I can't really allow this phobia of public speaking to control me. And I'm not the type of person to let fears win either, so I am about to turn 33. I've left it long enough. And the reason I'm telling you this is I went to Toastmasters recently. You can actually see on the screen here, my Garmin watch tracked my stress levels, and you can see I was as stressed as a human could be. That's how much of a phobia this is for me. And I'm showing you this because I'm telling you that whatever your weaknesses are, whatever your thing is, attack it. Do not let it beat you. If you are bad at sourcing, source more, get better, figure it out. If you are bad at public speaking, I know that doesn't apply to Amazon much of the time, but you'd be amazed how many people I speak to who say, I want to get into wholesale really badly, but I'm terrified to talk to someone on the phone. Or I really want to get into wholesale, but they want to come and meet me at my house. Or I want to get into wholesale, but I have to go to the warehouse and that's too daunting for me. It really does affect everything. If you have a weakness, which we all have, and you let it control you, it will have an impact on the success of your business. So public speaking is my fear. What's your fear? What is it that you're hiding from that you need to improve? I think it's really valuable to ask yourself that question because I'm telling you, man, if you put the energy into overcoming these small issues you have in your business, whatever they may be, I'm telling you there is levels to this game and you will level up. You will be so proud of yourself for actually getting better at the thing you're avoiding. So if you're like me and you're scared of public speaking, or you want to get into wholesale or talk to retailers and you're just finding it a bit fearful, positive affirmations are great, but there is nothing that's going to trump action. If you actually get exposure therapy and do the thing, you're going to have so much more confidence in yourself because you're going to be someone who does what they say they're going to do. You will get so much confidence from that. I promise you it will be worth it. So a lot of people we talk to say, I really want to get good at Amazon, but I'm terrible at sourcing. Do you know how many people we speak to who say they're terrible at sourcing and yet do the same thing sourcing today that they did 6 months ago? You have to learn, you have to upskill, you have to improve your weaknesses. And this is me improving mine. Doing these videos for you guys in a way is me exploring getting over this public speaking fear. and I am getting better at it. I'm still dead nervous when I try, but it's all part of the journey, isn't it? This is what we as business owners do. Business ownership is essentially like self-development on steroids. You are really forced into positions that make you grow as a person. That's why I love it, man. I love it so much. I hope you do as well. The final thing I want to say on the public speaking thing, whether that's your fear or not, I just want to tell you that if you've never heard this before, bravery is not the absence of fear. It is feeling the fear and doing the thing anyway. And I hope I show you that I'm at least trying to be a little brave today by expressing this vulnerability to you, because I'm telling you, there are other people in our space who are really big names. You'd be very surprised to hear how many people are anxiety, how many people all the way up the chain, all the way up the hierarchy, and who you perceive to be successful. You'd be amazed how many of those people are very nervous around others. You'd be very surprised what you hear in the background when you get to know people. I know this is going to hit at least some of the people watching this video, because we are all facing the same battles, and so many people would have you believe that they've got it all figured out and, you know, there's no fear in the world to them, they just get it. And it's BS in my opinion. Like, we're all trying to figure this game out, we're all trying to grow and develop. That's why I love our community so much, because it's so supportive. Every person we speak in there is wanting to help each other out and grow. It's the kind of people you want to be around, right? Okay, so Seller Smart update number 2, kind of one that lurked in the shadows a bit. We had a really big update to Prep Smart, our prep center. So I'm going to put on screen now, you can see our shiny new branding on our website for Prep Smart. A lot more of that branding style is coming to the rest of our services, we just haven't finished it and released it yet. But yes, the Prep Smart update, very excited. So we believe we've built the most automated prep service in the UK. Obviously I can't say that for sure because I don't know everyone else's business models, but we're all tech savvy in Seller Smart. We build everything in-house. A lot of people in the Amazon space say they do that, but they don't. We do build everything in-house, and we have nailed the new prep process. We had issues with our original system. Ironically, we were doing all of our coding through a third-party software, and the third-party software sucked, so it constantly caused back-end issues. It didn't affect any prep clients, luckily, because we're that good, but it was a nightmare for us behind the scenes. So we've changed that, we've improved it, and the new system is incredible. The amount of work our staff has to do in the actual warehouse is so low because the automated systems do everything else. It's very cool. So yeah, that's come out recently. We announced that in the server, and we're really excited to bring that to people. Okay, so going back to the self-development on steroids comment I made, I'm going to be real with you, right? We know that we are going to be a big company. We are so sure of ourselves that we're going to be big. And I'm not saying that to be cocky. I'm not saying that to be an asshole. I'm saying that as someone who used to come from crippling insecurities in my early 20s and younger. And I'm telling you, man, if we can do it, so can you. If you were full of self-doubt and insecurities and everything, I'm telling you, if you put enough effort in, if you put enough time in, and if you put enough hard work in, you can succeed. And I hope anyone watching this will enjoy the journey of watching us grow and become successful, because we know we're going to be a big company in this space. And our goal is going to be for every Amazon household in the UK to know who we are, and then eventually Europe and America as well. So using these videos as a bit of a video archive, if you will, I really hope by the time we blow up, you can come back to these videos and see these like underconfident, low quality shorts that we used to do where I didn't have any clue how to talk to a camera. And then you come back and you see the progression and the journey. You see what really goes into building a proper business. You're not going to get all of that from a few 15 to 20 minute videos, but we've got live calls, we talk to our community members. And again, the value I hope we give you guys with this is that you're going to see that success isn't easy. It does take a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of time. We've been working on this for a long time, and yeah, I hope that inspires you to really push yourself and grow your business, because yeah, you're doing it alongside us, man. You're doing it alongside us. So yeah. Okay, so if you are one of those people out there who is a bit underconfident, not really sure how to progress their business, then I'm telling you, if no one in your life believes in you, you need to have delusional belief in yourself. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not telling you you should love yourself if you're a piece of shit. We all know we have areas we need to improve. I'm telling you that when you make mistakes along the way, and you will, when you cock up, when you do things wrong, you need to have a delusional belief in yourself that you are heading in the right direction and you are gonna make it. That kind of belief will lead to success. every successful person I read and listen to says that manifestation works. And I think even in physics, we've proven that your perspective forms your reality. So if you think and act like someone who is successful, not by being a cocky asshole, obviously, but I mean, really believing in yourself, you're so much more likely to succeed. And you're so much more likely to take the small risks that you need to take in business to succeed. If you have no confidence in yourself, you're never going to take the plunge to do what you actually need to do to grow. So how does all this come around to you guys as Amazon FBA sellers? The last bit of advice I think I would want to give you is just make small incremental progress day by day. Make a good decision every day. I personally like to work towards making as few bad decisions as I can rather than making as many good ones. I think if you're constantly trying to aim to make a good decision, you will end up in the right place. So that could be improving your sourcing. It could be improving your SOPs. It could be improving the automations in your business. It could be hiring that staff member that you've been putting off. I'm telling you, you are not going to grow and scale your proper business if you're giving yourself a job. You have to treat this like a real business, and businesses are built with teams. If you keep doing that every day, I promise you, you're going to wake up one day and realize that you are the person that you've been striving to become. Crazy thought. Most people aren't even aware of it when it happens because they're so busy, but it's really important to stop and reflect on your growth as you go through this entrepreneurial cycle, because you will make improvements that you're not going to notice on a day-to-day. All right, that's enough for me today. Bit of a disjointed, all over the place video, but I was pumped to give you updates. I really wanted to just come out here and tell you guys what we're doing. Lots of big things coming, and we really hope you like this content. Please do tell us in the comments what content you want to see, what would help you in your business. And if you hit like and subscribe, we really appreciate you, because I'm trying to get really big guests on the podcast to give as much value as you can, and we need that follower count, man. We need it. So I hope you liked the video, even if it was a bit all over the place. Check us out on TikTok. Join in for some of the live calls where we try to give as much really good value as possible. See you next time. Peace.